Welcome to the Recipients of Honor YouTube channel. This channel is dedicated to telling the stories of Medal of Honor recipients. This episode is a story of the first recipient of the Medal of Honor, Private Jacob Wilson Parrott. Parrott was born on July 17, 1843 in Fairfield County, Ohio. He joined the United States Army in 1861 at the age of 18. He served with Company K, 33rd Ohio Infantry, during the American Civil War. During his tenure with the Army, Parrott had seen some combat in the Battle of Ivy, but it was April of 1862 when he was part of an intrepid mission that he earned the Medal of Honor. 1862, Civil War. A Major General named Ormby M. Mitchell was in command of Union troops. Mitchell had his target set on capturing Chattanooga, Tennessee, which was vital to the Confederacy for its rail and waterways. Although he knew capturing Chattanooga would be important to halt the Confederacy's access, the Atlanta Railway would allow a quick replenishment of troops and supplies from Atlanta to Chattanooga. This posed a huge obstacle for the Union to overcome. If they were going to completely take over Chattanooga, something had to be done. Mitchell had a plan proposed to him by James J. Andrews. Andrews proposed that a small group of volunteers would raid the Western and Atlantic railways, which would cut off the Confederates' ability to reinforce Chattanooga. These volunteers, including Private Jacob Parrott, became known as the Andrews Raiders. Andrews Raiders made it down into Confederate territory, Marietta, Georgia. Posing as civilians, they traveled in groups of 2 to Big Shanty, Georgia. They decided to hijack a locomotive from there. It was determined that Big Shanty lacked the means to communicate to other Confederate strongholds, thus keeping their hijacking secretive for a window of time. The Raiders stole the locomotive known as the General and made their way to Chattanooga. They removed parts of track, cut telegraph wires, and did anything they could to destroy the railway, all while being chased by Confederates. This is now known as the Great Locomotive Chase. The raid ended just 18 miles outside of Chattanooga. Despite all their hard work, all the Andrews Raiders would be caught and taken as Confederate prisoners of war, and the capture of Chattanooga ultimately failed. The Raiders were found guilty in military court for their crime of unlawful belligerency. Andrews was unfortunately hanged along with 7 others. Parrott and the other Raiders wanted to avoid the same fate, so they devised a plan to escape. While 8 of the Raiders were successful in their escape, Parrott and 5 other men were not. Parrott and the other Raiders were beaten and constantly tortured by the Confederate captors in an attempt to divulge their knowledge about the Raiders and their intentions. Eventually, Parrott was released in a prisoner exchange along with the remaining 5 Raiders. They never gave up any information. It was on March 25, 1863, the Secretary of War, Edwin Stanton, presented Parrott with the Medal of Honor for his unfaltering strength to endure torture while not giving up any information. Parrott would go on to continue serving in the Army until the end of the Civil War. After the war, Parrott retired as a first lieutenant. He suffered from a heart attack on December 22, 1908, and is buried in Grove Cemetery, Kenton, Ohio. Private Jacob Wilson Parrott became the first to earn the Medal of Honor through his sacrifice and loyalty. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to like, comment on something you found interesting, and subscribe for all the stories for the recipients of the medal. Thanks for watching.